Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today also I'm going to continue with my English speaking practice session because I feel this is the most important part which will help you to become fluent and confident in speaking in English. If you know how to talk about a topic or how to talk about anything, it will be much easier for you to start speaking in English. That will give you much confidence and fluency to speak in English. So if you know what to say, how to express your ideas, what ideas to express, and how to take the conversation ahead, it will be much easier for you to be a good communicator in English, or your English will be flawless. And today I'm going to talk about a very interesting aspect of our life. We all hear a lot about social media, right? Now people are discussing about the disadvantages or the side effects of social media, why we should stop scrolling, what it does to our brain, to our health and everything else. So when there is a thing or there is something which is there in the market, people get addicted to it, and then comes the side effects, and then people start talking about it. And as human beings, we also get in that discussion whether we should give mobile to our kids, how much social media should we consume, how much screen time is okay. So these are the questions or conversational topics we discuss with people, right, when we meet each other. So this is also a talk of the town. So today in this session, I'm going to take up this topic and I'm going to speak on it. So guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. But don't forget to write your comments in the comment section, guys. This is very important. Do share your thoughts with me. Do start engaging in conversations. Okay, and this is the right platform for you. Now let's get back to the topic. So today I'm going to talk about why people are talking about social media. What are the advantages and disadvantages of social media, or what is that about social media which we should avoid or take care of. Okay, I'll give you a very basic example here how people start talking about on this topic, right? So I went in a gathering and I was having a discussion with a lot of people, and then suddenly things started about social media. We started discussing about social media platforms, and then one of them said, I see a lot of kids wearing specs nowadays. And he was a doctor basically. Okay, he was an eye specialist. So he said that there's a rise in eye problems in kids, and they're less than 5 years age. And this is really a matter of concern. And he gave us the reason behind it was the screen time. So that is why, and that is how the discussion started about social media. So I'm going to talk about it here. How we should use social media, or how much we should consume social media. So the first thing when we talk about something is we just directly don't get into the disadvantages. Okay, so if you want to talk about how much we should consume social media, or how much time we should give to social media, we can start with a positive aspect of it first. Okay, remember, if any topic you're talking about advantages and disadvantages of anything, don't start with disadvantages first. This is the first step you have to keep in mind. So here also, don't get into the disadvantage of using social media, or what we should avoid or we should not do. Okay, so start with social media has a lot of advantages, but we all should know how to use it. This is the first thing we need to understand. Everybody is different. Everybody's problems are different. Everybody's thought process or intelligence is different. So we all use different mediums to learn things, grasp things, get information from, where social media plays a big role. So this is how you can start with. Just start with a positive side of it. Okay, people do, right? They gain information from social media. They want to know a lot of things. They want to learn a lot of things, and there are lots of things which goes on social media which people use it for. Okay, now coming to the context, what we need to speak about, like how much we should consume social media, or what should be, how we should consume social media. That is the question. So we can start giving our rationing or our facts or our reasoning basically here. The first thing we can say here is, I think in this case, we can help ourselves only. It is in our hands how we can restrict the use of social media, right? We should allot time, that this is time I'm going to use social media and the other time I'm not gonna use it. Okay, even if the phone is in my hand, even if the laptop is in my hand, I am not gonna go to social media sites. I'm going to do something else. So we can fix a time to use social media or to consume social media. This is the first thing we need to do. Okay, now this will help us to cut down our time or cut down our screen time basically. So this is going to help us to cut down our screen time or our social media time, which we spend endlessly on social media. So first is restrict your time. Second thing I feel is we need to know what content we need to consume. That is very important. Okay, because there are lots of content which is not really age appropriate or which is quite negative. So we should know what social media we need to consume. If you are listening to news, if you are listening to sports, if you are listening to some podcast, if you are listening to some vloggers, is fine. If you're learning something from social media, if you're utilizing social media to learn English speaking, to learn any other language, or to learn any other, thing related to your profession or studies, is absolutely fine. Otherwise, you need to know what content you have to consume, because there are lots of violent content also which mentally disturbs the person. Like there are lots of cases, people watch games and they commit suicide. There has been a lot of news circulating around regarding this thing, right? So we need to know what content we need to consume. Okay, and the third important thing which I'm going to talk about is scrolling or longer screen time affects our brain and our mental and our physical health also, right? Eye problem is very common. If you look at the screen every time we scroll, it makes our eyes tired, it starts paining, it gets dry, and the problem grows. Okay, so this is one thing. And mental and physical health also is affected. We get into the content so much, we forget our own world. We get into the world of fantasy. We get into that world which we are watching. And that disconnect is very dangerous for our mental and physical health. So I feel that is why we need to restrict our screen time or restrict ourselves, or we should know how much or what content we need to consume and how much we need to consume, right? The content on social media. So that is very important. And lastly, we can conclude by saying we should always prioritize ourselves or our well-being and not social media. So that is why if something is said, if people are talking about the disadvantages of screen time or consumption of social media, we need to consider it and we need to start applying that so that we can also start avoiding the repercussions of it. So always act before it is too late. So guys, this is how we can speak about anything like which is going on. If there is something negative about it, if we want to talk about some advantages and disadvantages of something as well, we need to start with the advantage first, and then we need to come to the point about disadvantages, and we need to give a logic or a reasoning to it. Okay, and then we can conclude it. So this is how we talk about anything in this way, which has both advantages and disadvantages. And if the disadvantages are discussed, we should not forget to talk about the advantage also in the beginning. Okay, so start practicing in this way, guys. It will help you a lot while having a conversation in English on these topics. These are very general basic topics, guys, which comes up in all our conversations. And if you get in practice of speaking on these topics, it will be much easier for you to speak in English in the right way to sound fluent and confident in speaking in English. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.